What's up, everybody? It is Not Your Average Fangirls. This is a new intro. Kat is not with us for this episode, sadly. But hello, everybody. This is Carolina. We're going to be doing a special BTS corner of a podcast because we just have a lot to say. So we're going to be talking with our lovely guest, Julie and Kalea from Girlz With Fun. Hello, say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Anytime. But yeah, we decided, like, I know we were guests on their podcast and they were just talking about how to prepare for the concert. So we were just like, well, let's come and fangirl about the concerts because we went to the Permission to Dance shows, but they went to the May. Wow. Where they went to the November shows, and then Terika, Cynthia, and I went to the ones in December. So we just want to, like,
compare and contrast.
Yes. Talk about everything that happened. Talk about how Namjoon is disrespectful. How all of them are disrespectful, really. But before we get started on talking about BTS and the concert, like, Julie, Kalea, why don't you introduce your podcast for those that maybe don't know about it, like what you guys talk about, like, just tell us about it.
Julie, you want to take it away?
Sure, I was going to let you do it, but I'm so happy to do so. So, as we've already introduced ourselves, we're Girlz With Fun. The title of our podcast is a reference to Boys With Fun, a throwback BTS song. As the name kind of implies, we hop on the mic every week and talk about BTS for like minimum an hour every week. And our show kind of got started because we were getting really tired of some of these super questionable articles or some of the interviewer hot takes. And we were like, you know what? We both have microphones. We both have GarageBand. Why don't we hop on the track? So, yeah, check us out. You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can also find us on Instagram and Twitter. Just search for Girlz With Fun Pod or Girlz With Fun Podcast. Oh, and Facebook also. Also Facebook.
It's because nobody looks at Facebook anymore. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, girls, for coming on here. Like, again, like, we're just so excited to talk about it. But let's just hop right in. November shows. Did y'all go to both of them or just one?
So I went to one of them. I went to the day one show, but Julie went to two shows.
Yep, I went to day 1 and 2, but I did not get to see red-haired Namjoon, so you guys are already winning at life.
But you got to see Meg Thee Stallion, so that just trumps everything.
Also true. But I think I, like, blacked out when she came out. Like, I was so obsessed with trying to take a video for Kalea, and then, like, people were like, how was Meg? And I was like, how was Meg? Like, I just completely dissociated during the performance, but it was awesome.
That's good. How was the first show? Like, when they first stepped out and, like, just saw everybody, like, you could tell at times, like, when you look at their faces, I'm just like, okay, this mofo wants to cry. Like, did that happen? Like, that's my question on the first show.
So I'm bitter because my first show experience was totally different from Julie's and probably a lot of other people's. I didn't get into the show until, like, 15 minutes into the show. So I missed 3 songs and maybe like half of the first minute because they had us all outside because they didn't know how to do their ticketing right. So yeah, it was a train wreck. There was a ton of people still outside before the concert started. I happened to be in that unfortunate bunch and I was not able to get through the line until like 15 minutes into the show. So I did not see the show opening. So this is a question for Julie.
I'm sorry, but why was that? I heard that people got into the show late, but I wasn't sure why.
So I think they just didn't have anything figured out. I think as the days went on, they figured out how they wanted to handle it, but I think they underestimated how many ARMY were showing up to the show or something, or they just didn't know how to, like, work with that many people showing up during COVID. I mean, there was, like, no barricades, like, you know, no like guardrails or whatever to like organize people into lines. We were doing this like really weird looping system, and it was like the lines were like really going nowhere. They were like miles long.
I mean, I saw the looping like when we went.
Yeah.
When we showed up for December 2nd, literally like we showed up and there were just lines everywhere, and you would ask anybody, me like, hey, like where's this line to? They're just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, then why are you here?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone just kind of did their own thing. But I mean, I believe that too, because even just asking staff, like I can tell that they kind of weren't prepared. Like not like I don't know. I mean, not to like shade them or anything, but I just feel like every time there's like a K-pop event in general, especially with BTS because they're like so big, but anytime it's like a K-pop event in general, I think people kind of underestimate the amount of fans there are, and they're kind of just like, whatever, this is gonna be smooth, easy peasy. And then when they get there, they're like, oh shit, because we would ask questions. Like my friend and I were like, hey, how do we get down to here? And they're like, I think it's this way. Yeah, I think they'll let you in that way. And I'm like, don't you work here? Like, and then we would find our way there, and they're like, no, you can't go that way. We're like, well, we just asked homeboy up there, and he said we could. They're like, no, you have to go out and around this way. And I'm like, that makes no sense. So now we're just like sheep, like standing, like they were herding sheep. There were like 6 exits, but they only let us go out of 1. And they had like 15 staff standing around. I'm like, you could have placed 2 staff at each exit and let us exit out. And like, this would have been a lot faster instead of like 15 staff staring at us all trying to get up 1 escalator when there were like 4 more on the other side. Like, it was weird. Like, no one really knew where anything was or how to get to certain sections, or it was bananas. So I believe that. Like, I'm so sad that happened to you, though. That really sucks.
I think on day 1, they also were, like, telling people that you had to, like, go to your gate in order to get into the line. And then, like, 15 minutes before the show, they tweeted out, like, such and such gates are open, like, head there. But this place is huge. Like, you guys saw that. Like, there's no, like, getting to that gate in, like, a short amount of time. And we, like, the day before stood outside for, like, 9 hours waiting on merch. So, like, our feet were shot. Like, there was no chance of us, like, running to, like, another gate to, like, try and make it. It was just a series of unfortunate events that did not get me into that show on time. So, I mean, I'm pretty upset with, like, SoFi, how they handled it, but it's like, whatever, it's over
And
now.
I feel like they would know, like, it's a stadium, so they know that it's a lot of people coming through.
Yeah.
You would think that they would know that. Like, how come for football games, like, everything goes nice and smoothly? I don't understand. This is the same thing. Like, people are going to the show, so they're gonna show up early to get in.
Yeah, that's my exact thought. Like, you've been doing this. I mean, I know the stadium is new. It opened during COVID, but they've been having people come during COVID. Like, so I don't know why they allow this to happen. It's just really unfortunate.
But yeah, but it's just weird. Like, you would think a stadium, they saw how many tickets, like, sold. You know that that's a lot of people. Like, you can't just be like, okay, yeah, no, nobody's gonna show up. No, those tickets sold out. It was a fight. They sold out in like 3 seconds. Everybody gonna show up. Like, come on.
And it was so inconsistent because my other friend and I had like pretty much the same seats as Kalea and her friend, but on the other side, and we were through in like 15 to 20 minutes. So did they just not have like equal gate distribution? Like,
see, I don't know, because for us, very simple. Cynthia and I went to both December 1st and 2nd. Terica went to December 2nd. And for December 1st, we showed up. We thought we were mad late. We're like, the show's gonna start. Because we flew in that same day, had to get ready. Like, our hotel was super far.
We had to pick up the car.
Oh, yeah, we had to get the rental. Like, it was a whole thing. Anyway, so we showed up, and we're, like, scared. We're like, crap, like, they're already letting people in. Like, we're late. But we got in like, 10 minutes. And we knew people that were there that waited 3 hours just to get in.
Wow. Yeah.
So we were just like, what the heck?
Basically, pure luck that we were able to get in that quickly. But I do think it was like that there was just not an even distribution at the gates, because the second day too, we were basically on the other side of the stadium when we showed up, and it was like a whole other ball game, I feel. So I think it was probably like bad distribution with the gates.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, because even when for the first day, Cynthia, remember, like, we were trying to find our zone, and then the lady was just like, no, don't go there, stay here, this line is moving. And we're just like, oh okay. So I think that also you had people that were in the wrong zones and like all this stuff. I don't know if it was just because it was like the later dates that it was a little easier.
Probably because they gave up checking vaccines, at least like on our end anyway. Like, we were not checked.
Wow.
They didn't check us at
that's
all.
insane.
Yeah, they were checking ours. Like, they didn't check our bags well, but they were checking our tickets and checking our vaccine cards. And I think that was one thing that really slowed people down, of them trying to like seriously check that people were vaccinated like fully, and like, I guess with the right vaccines or whatever. So they just needed to like pre-plan that better, and they did not. So
Head in the Clouds did it right. You download that app and you showed your like card information, and you can't I guess you can falsify anything, but it's harder to falsify that. You know what I mean? Because like you're shot like your records on your little health pass, and then you check it, and if your health pass is clear, they're like, okay. But like for BTS,
and there was multiple checkpoints too.
There were multiple checkpoints, but for us, I think they checked our bags more because there was literally, at least our side, there was a lady that like there was these people. Our friend NIE, she had like a little, her light stick holder or something. Like she had something like to hold her light stick or whatever, but it wasn't clear. And the lady's like, you can't bring that in. It has to be clear. And she was like checking to make sure everyone had clear bags. But vaccination cards, they were like, COVID, who dat?
But it shouldn't come down to like the individual person at the gate. You know what I mean? Like, because even on day 2, they had like tent set up where you could get your card verified in advance and get like a wristband. Like they were trying, but like I didn't know about it until I heard from another army. And then I saw other people, like staff, just walking around, like asking people if they wanted a wristband and like checking them, but they were just dispersed throughout the crowd. Like I shouldn't have to hear every other step from another fan.
Right.
Like it was just so chaotic.
Okay, well, you guys mentioned that you guys went and got merch and like stood in line. Like, how was that? Because we didn't get to experience that because my sister did all that for us. So thank you to Raquel. Shout out.
Hey.
But how was that? How long did you guys have to wait?
Yeah, Army shared like one collective brain cell. So we went on Friday, the first day, or I guess day 0, right? Thinking we'll go straight pretty much from the airport. We'll drop our bags from the airport and then go straight there. But everyone else also had that idea, and some people didn't even drop off their bags. There were people in line with like suitcases. So we waited in line for like more than 9 hours. Yeah.
Wow.
I was literally at my limit. Like, I told Kalea, like, I feel so bad for the people around us because they must think I'm, like, the worst person on the face of the earth. Like, I was complaining so much, but
9 hours.
It was insane. I was like, this is the limit of my love because, like, I do not need a shirt that bad to stand on concrete for 9 hours. Like, not that having a shirt equates how much you love them, but I was like, this is my limit. Like,
this $45 t-shirt, this is it. This is the last straw. I mean, I don't know how long my sister waited, but she went on like the day before, like November 30th. Because I told them, I was just like, listen, go and check it out because merch is going to be hard. And so they went that day, and I don't know how long they waited, but I do not think it was 9 hours. What, did they only have like one place to buy merch?
Yeah, it was, so there's just one giant parking lot, and there's one like really big booth that has most of the merch, and then there's a few other side booths. So they had like a retro booth where they were selling like the retro merch, and then as well as like army bombs, and then they had like a pairing booth. So the long line was waiting for the main booth. I went to the retro booth and I got what I wanted from that, which was I think just the army bomb, in like 5 minutes. But I had to wait in line to get my other stuff for the 9 hours. So I mean, I don't know how they did it like on the concert days, because I didn't show up to get merch that day, like on the actual concert days itself, but they only had that one big booth open. So, you know, my gripe was, why not have multiple booths open? Or on the concert days, they were handing out free food, like in the morning to people that were outside. So
yeah, I saw that.
Here's Julie and I outside starving because we did not get lunch. Like, there's this guy coming around and he's like not passing out. He's offering like Doritos, like $5 a bag for Doritos. So we buy these like.
You know what? I paid that money. I was like so desperate, and I don't know like what came over us. Kalea pointed this out. Like, why didn't we leave the line at some point to like get food? Like, once we were there, we were like, we cannot leave. But there was like more than one of us. Like, we could have easily, I don't know what we were not.
It made no sense because there was literally like a Target within walking distance. There was like several food spots within walking distance, and we saw people leaving, going to go do it, and we still were like, no, I'm not moving. It didn't make any sense.
Like, what did we think would happen for real? Like, the line would suddenly surge forward the second we left? Like, I really don't know.
I know.
The only thing I can think of is that it was, like, so chaotic, the way the line was, like, circling and zigzagging and, like, exactly like the other concert days, that maybe we thought we couldn't find each other, but like we all had cell phones, so
not only that, but it's just like, yo, I can't find you, but if you're about to buy the stuff, just buy it and I'll pay you back.
I don't know, like I don't know, like, so yeah, I'm like mad about it, but it's also on us.
Yeah.
And also I think that day was worse because anyone could go. Like, you didn't have to have a ticket versus on the concert days, like, you had to show your ticket, I guess, to get into the line. So
it was cool that they had like places to fix army bombs though, because my army bomb was not working, and so or pairing. So we went to one of the booths, and the guy paired it for me, but it wasn't working. So then he had someone come, and then that person fixed my army bomb for me. Like, they switched out the battery pack for it.
Oh, cool.
oh, that's awesome.
I was about to buy a new one, but this man was just like, oh, boom, 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 there. Oh, thank you.
Not me and Cynthia, like, the first night.
Oh my God, we're idiots.
So for day 3, me and Cynthia forgot to go, and because we were rushing to just get inside and, like, you know, meet up with people, blah, blah, blah. When we got to our seats, we were trying to pair our army bombs. And they paired, but they would not do anything. Like, the show started, and I was just like, Cynthia, they're gonna be like, who are the two girls over there? They're messing up the sequence of everything. And then I was just like, whatever, I'll just keep it in normal. So basically what we were doing is leaving it in the Bluetooth instead of switching the switch up into, like, on.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, what the heck? And then I put it on, and I'm just like, whatever, I'll just leave it on. And then I saw it moving, and I was just like lighting up different. I'm like, oh, we're just stupid. Got it. Like,
That was confusing. I was confused about that at first as well.
I had forgotten how to do it. Like, that's how long it's been.
Right, exactly.
There's, like, sensory overload happening, too, right?
Yeah.
So, like, the Bangtan bomb is, like, the least of you're like, oh, my God, BTS is here. Oh, my God, the music videos. I just got through my gate. Like, am I going to get a drink? Like, remembering how to pair is probably, like, number 10 on the list.
the concerts, though, were phenomenal. Like, at least for, like, day 3 and 4, like, it was beautiful. We had so much fun. Terika, I don't know, like, did y'all cry? Because me and Cynthia were just vibing.
We're so
You know,
happy.
I don't think I cried until they started kind of
Yeah,
crying.
same.
Other than that, I think I was just so excited that, like, all I could do was just yell to the point, like, the next morning my, like, throat was on fire. Like, I tried to speak to Carolina, and, like, it was like, ah! It was, like, really bad. Like, I could barely make a sound. Like, it was so bad. That hadn't happened to me in a long time. So I was like, damn, I really am out of practice. Like, this is so sad. Because, like, I never lose my voice, but I definitely did. And I think I was just so excited to just be there and to, like, finally see them after 2 years. So, but yeah, I didn't cry until at the end when they started doing their ending mints, and, like, it kind of looked like they were all tearing up, especially Hobie. Like, as soon as that, I just broke down. I was like, oh my God, no. Because you're gonna cry, and I'm gonna cry, we're all gonna cry. And it was, yeah, but it was a good time, though. I was really excited. It was fun.
We're the same, because on day 1, I cried during Hobie's ending mint. Like, I couldn't. It was so touching.
God.
I was like, I can't.
I can't.
I thought I was going to cry, but I actually didn't. I think I was, like, just so happy to see them. I don't know. I was having, like, an out-of-body experience.
Mm-hmm.
I do that all the time, though. I say that. I'm just like, I'm going to cry. And then I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm going to be too happy and excited, and it's just not going to happen. And that's exactly what happened. I was too hyped. The only moment, though, that I was just like, wait a second, don't do it to me, was when Namjoon was just like, you know, it's December 1st. It's like the beginning and the end. And I was just like, don't you dare. I was like, don't you dare do this to me right now.
This man with his speeches. He was blowing my mind. I don't even remember exactly what he said, but, like, in my video, you just hear me being like, whoa, that's deep, bro.
Oh my God.
Namjoon knows exactly what to say, for real. Every time I'm like,
Pretty much.
Not again. How can I love you more than I already do?
Right. I don't know, like, what show he said this at, but there was a show that he was just like, well, I feel like a pervert because, you know, the concerts, I'm so happy, like, it's so painful but so great. And I was just like, what? I was like, first of all, hold on, rewind. What? Also, did he say this during one of our shows? Because I blacked out and I didn't hear that.
Was it day 2 or day 3?
I have a feeling it must have been day 2, because for day 3, I do not remember this man saying that. But then again, I was pretty messed up that night, so I can't really say anything.
I feel like I remember him saying that too, so maybe it was, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, he was just like, and the thing is, the best thing is the video I saw is that the rest of the members are just like happy-go-lucky, just walking by. They did not comprehend anything that Namjoon had just said, and you could tell.
Unless they did, but they're just really good at faking it at this point. Like they're really
yeah,
good
actually,
at the
yeah.
whole like, oh, we don't know what you're saying. Ha ha ha. ha.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend I don't understand you because you're being weird again.
Exactly.
I want to know more about Meg, though. I know you guys said that you guys like blacked out, but I need to know what magical, like, the air. How was that? Like, because I mean, we saw Coldplay. Well, not Coldplay, but we saw them with Chris, and they were having a blast.
Yeah, we got extra time.
Mhm.
Yeah. And they were just having the time of their lives. I don't know. Chris loves Jin for some reason. He was holding on to that man. Like, there was... Isn't Jin the one that really likes Coldplay, though?
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably why.
I mean,
okay, now it
I
makes
think
sense.
they all like really love Coldplay.
Yeah.
They're like fanboys, like hard.
They like go every time they're in Korea. They go to their show and stuff like that. Like they're all about it.
That's probably why they were just having the time of their lives. Versus with Meg, that they're probably just like, if I just brush my hand across your, like, hand, then it's over for us in our careers. Because,
Well, yeah. With Coldplay, they can fanboy, but with Meg, they gotta be cool. So, like, just in case we have, like, a shot, like, we gotta, like, you know.
Namjoon,
Namjoon straight up like body slammed JK out of the way. He was like, no. I'm standing by Megan. I was like, bro, you gotta be careful now. You're big.
Like, he did. I saw that video and I was just like, Namjoon literally said, Cookie, get the hell out the way. This my chance.
Right? Like, you're a child. Move. Thank you.
Thank you. This
so
is for
in love.
me.
I love that for him.
I was screaming so loud. And then every time I thought it couldn't get crazier, like it did. Like Yoongi with the like got the right body and the right mind, and he like gestures to Meg and I'm like, oh, what do you want? What do you want? Like
Bro, when Yoongi, like when Meg showed up and I saw a video, Yoongi just standing there staring, and I was just like, you're right. Same.
As you do.
she looks so good. Like
I love it.
that outfit was like I need to channel the perfect mix of like hot and cute, because that was like she did that.
Right.
And she seems so happy, and like the vibe was just like, I'm like choking up now. I'm like, I didn't cry, and then I feel like my throat is catching. But yeah, it was amazing. I do think her mic volume wasn't like loud enough. I don't know if you guys saw the clips, but like, I mean, you could hear her, and I think she did a good job. But like, I wanted it to be like loud.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, because I saw when she was going to the side and they like pulled her to be in the middle. When she was also rapping along, but you could barely hear her. So I think that her mic was probably too low on that side. But I definitely thought that they were going to bring out somebody like every night.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, and maybe that's something that's changed now that it's like COVID and we're used to like live streams of concerts. I kind of think they should have like done paid streams for all the days. Or like, how can they... I got to see Meg, but like if I had known that Coldplay was like performing on the 4th, would I have chosen that one? Or like... You know what I mean? Like, people might make their decisions differently knowing who's performing what day, but I don't know how feasible that is for them to, like, control, you know?
I kind of like that they did it as a surprise. I thought that for sure, like, the first day, I was just like, they're gonna have somebody, and they didn't, but they did for the second show. And then same, I was just like, well, for the last show, yeah, they'll definitely have somebody, but... I just thought that maybe, I mean, I know like Halsey was at the show, but obviously she just had a baby, so she can't really like perform like that, I guess.
Beyonce performed when she was pregnant. Just saying.
Well, yeah, you're right.
She also like looked amazing. I was like, Halsey has better abs than I have, and she just had a baby like 6 months ago or 3 months ago. I don't even know how long ago. Not that long ago.
That's wild. But all of the artists also that went to the concerts, like seeing that on social media, like Cristian Castro, like he's like a Spanish like ballad singer. He was there. I'm like, what? Not even with like his kids, nothing. It was just him. And I was just like,
Yeah,
what?
wasn't Lizzo there on day one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Because she posted about that her video at the end when she's like "Annyeonghaseyo" or whatever, and
Yeah, she's like
cackling. She's so funny. See, like I wish they would have. I mean, I guess because of maybe COVID or something, but just having like random like collabs, like what if Lizzo would have shown up on stage like that first day just to say a couple
Becky
bars?
G so bad.
Oh,
I did
we
too.
wanted that so bad. Yes. Like, I thought that they would do something like that too. Either way, I think that it was a really good show. I hate the whole, like, with ticketing and how chaotic it was just to try to get in and disorganized. But the show itself was phenomenal.
Yeah, for sure. I have no problem with like BTS, like what they did. It was just like a lot of the logistics around this show. And I was like, I'm so confused.
Exactly.
Like, how are you so unprepared? I didn't have high expectations, but somehow.
They still did not meet those. They did not meet the bare minimum.
Yeah.
The security and all that. I like that that BTS performed 027 songs. I do miss the solo songs and like subunits though. And like, if you're not gonna give me rap line, you guys could do a OT7 performance of a rap line song. Like, the vocal line is all whipped for rap line. Just saying.
That would have been iconic. I wish they would have done that.
Same. Like, please. But I mean, hey, I finally got to see Black Swan live, so.
Oh my god, it was so beautiful.
Pure awe.
Amazing.
Pure awe.
Yeah, it was perfect.
What was like y'all's favorite part of the show?
Black Swan for me. I mean, I've been looking forward. I've been looking forward to seeing that live. Like, oh my god, it was like. Seriously, I'm like, I don't know. Is this BTS best song? Like, every time I think about Black Swan, I'm like, this song is so good, from like concept to like execution. Like, the music video is good, the styling is good, the choreo is good. Like, everything about Black Swan is just perfect. So like, seeing it live, I'm like, oof, this is great. The only thing that could have been better was if they actually weren't wearing shoes like they were in the music video.
Not what I thought you were gonna say.
I love that.
I'm sick, so I was looking forward to seeing that. But but yeah, Black Swan, and also for me, Dis-Ease.
Oh yeah, that was good. So good.
Dis-Ease is crazy. I was watching like the day 4 replay last night because it was on, and I was just thinking how nuts that stage is. Like, the way Hobie becomes like a whole nother person. Like, and I feel like we get our rap line crumbs there, and like Dis-Ease, like they really go off on that song. So I really love that song. It's just great.
I don't remember, Kalea, if you said this to me on the pod or like in one of our chats, but you were like, why do they gather around him like it's the nativity and he's the baby Jesus, like every time this comes on? And I never really thought about it until you pointed it out. And then I was watching the live stream, and like, so I had like a small like housewarming last night because I recently moved, and like literally there was like 10 people in my house, and I was like, it's BTS replay time. So I'm just like, anyway, house rules, like it's on the TV. Literally everyone's like, who's the guy in the poncho? And I was like, yes, welcome to my TED Talk. I guess it wasn't a poncho, it had sleeves, but it was like poncho-esque.
Oh no, I definitely thought it was a poncho. I was like, Hobie, come closer. Let me see. Let me look at that.
They were just like, he's like, my name is Jose right now.
I like that they changed like the middle part of the set list for each show, basically. And for our first show, so day 3, they brought out Spring Day, like a trap card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, my mind was blown. I said, not Miss Spring Day.
Oh god, I'm so glad that I did not get that song.
Oh my god. Terika hates Spring Day. Not because of the song, but she just gets too emotional, and she does not like it.
Like, it's just so sad. Even when I first saw it, like, what was that, Wings, when we first saw it? Like, all of my videos, A1, perfect, beautiful. The Spring Day video is like, it's weird because it like flipped and like it turned sideways and then it cut off it's weird. I don't know what happened. So like, I'm just like convinced, like, no one, like, it's just too sad to be captured. Like, no one needs all that. Like,
this is how urban legends are born.
Yeah, literally. It's like you can't record Spring Day because it's a curse song.
I don't know if day 1 through 3 got home, but I was really surprised.
Kalea, go.
Listen, when I tell you, when I saw they were performing Home, oh, if I could have like started a riot in the streets. I had been waiting.
When they started, I was just like, oh shit! I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, I never thought.
I have been praying to see Home live. And here they go on the day I'm not even in LA. I can't even be there. Like, go, and here they go perform it. Oh, I'm so mad. I've been waiting to throw ass back to Home for so long. So annoying.
We were like texting each other during the live stream, and it was just like jumbles of letters, all caps. Like, she's like, I know this is not happening right now.
I want to say my favorite part for the first show was when they did the whole like so what and stay, and because it just felt like a whole party. Like it felt like a party. Oh my god, yes.
That
like when they did that whole medley, I was mind blown. Like when they were singing like Babse, I was like, I don't even know. Like if I show my videos, like I was just saying gibberish at that point. I was just like Babse, like it was just it was wild.
I think the set list for that day was perfect.
And then for day 4, I want to say like once they started doing like Microcosmos, like I was not expecting that either. For some reason, they might have done it at another show, but I just did not, because I didn't really look at the set list or anything.
I don't think they did.
They only did it for that last one, right?
Yeah, and I think because it fit the theme of like a universe and
the
things like that.
But when like they played that, I love that song, so I feel like I don't know. I don't want to say like the ending of the show was my favorite because it's ending, but I think it was like when they were like doing their ments and then it was just like all this like love, you could feel it on that like that day of the show because it was the last show. So I feel like that was probably my favorite part.
Yeah, I wanted to go to the first show because I thought like, oh, it's their first show like back with ARMY. Yes. It's gonna be really special. But I mean I think they were all special, so I don't mean this in like a negative way for anyone that went to the middle day. But I feel like the fourth one was also really special because they knew that it was gonna be a while, right, until they could like see ARMY again. Plus, we're all, like, damaged post-pandemic where, like, you don't trust anything until it's actually, like, the day that it's happening. So
pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel like that's why they were extra emotional for their ending mints because 2 years ago when they did their ending mints, no one had any idea what was going to happen. So I feel that they were kind of, like, hesitant to say bye because technically we're like, okay, we'll see you next year, but we're all like, well, we hope we'll see you next year.
Yeah. And like how hype / like big hit stereotypical was it for them to be like, okay, we're ending this day 4 stream, oh, and there's a concert. Like,
oh my god, okay, hold on.
Oh my god.
Let us tell y'all our story. So basically on the podcast before the shows, we joked around that BTS was gonna, like, the 4 concerts were gonna end, and right after, like, the concerts ended, a countdown was gonna show up on the screen, and it was gonna be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tickets on sale now.
Yeah.
Tell me how the show ended, and they sent out that tweet
when we were still in the stadium, which is which was the biggest thing that we said because we're like, we're not even gonna get out of the stadium, and they're gonna announce the next tour. And what happened?
It was literally like, so we were watching the live stream and it was that closing screen where it's like the 7 of them, and then it like, I still had it open, I guess, just like in my feels, and then it's like, see you in March 2022. And I was like, what? It's like the middle of the night, and suddenly I'm way too hyped to sleep because East Coast is 3 hours ahead of LA. It's like 2 a.m. and I'm like, guys, are we going to Seoul in March?
Could you guys see that screen when you were in the show? Like, did they show that?
No. So
no, it was
they
a tweet,
just tweeted it out.
Oh,
like
okay.
in the podcast, we were just like, oh yeah, like it's just gonna show up a screen with the countdown, and then like tickets on sale now, and people are gonna be like, what? And it's like for the next tour. But what they did was that literally the show ended, the lights turned on, and the tweet went out.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that there was really sucky service, but if you logged into their Wi-Fi, you had good service, actually. I was surprised. That's why I got it. And I was just like, Cynthia, look! And it said March 2022 Seoul. And we're like, what? Like,
you could see the moment that people were starting to log into Twitter.
You.
Yeah. People were just like, because one girl was just like, oh my God. She's like, I have to extend my trip. Because I heard I was like I was being nosy like I always am. And apparently she was going to Korea to visit her family or something. And so like, I think the show was around the time, but she would be leaving like maybe a week before. So she's like trying to like tell her friend, we're extending our trip and stuff like that. Like you could just see like people's faces like, what? Figuring out how they're going to get to Korea.
Yeah.
In March.
Damn. It was funny.
It was insane though, but it was just so funny when that happened because me and Cynthia just looked at each other because we were just sitting together and we were just like, no fucking way. Like, what?
It was wild.
It was insane. But that just tells us that, like, they're probably gonna do a world tour wherever they can go.
Fingers crossed.
I mean, anywhere like that I can, yes, please. I think that they'll come here again for sure. You know, it's just up in the air because of COVID. So, my favorite part of like the shows in general was being able to be there for Jin's birthday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys were there for that.
Yes. Oh my gosh, he's literally like my comfort K-pop person, and so being there meant a lot, and just seeing his reaction live, it was just, oh my god, it was magical. He deserves everything.
Army did like a birthday gift for him.
2 of them.
And he had no idea. And like you could tell, like when he saw those hearts, he was just shook. He was like shaken up. He was like, what? Like, what is happening right now? Like to the point that he had to just like say things, and he was just like, I need to just speak in Korean right now. Just like Cookie. Cookie did the same thing. Because he was just like, I need to speak in Korean because I need to express myself like better.
Yeah. Oh, he saw the moons. He saw the hearts first.
Yes.
And he was like, oh my god. He was so shook. And then like the lights happened, and then he was just like, oh my god. I was trying to be professional earlier, but he didn't know that Army did the double attack.
Yeah, it was cute though. He deserved it.
It was cute.
Did you guys see the, like, I don't know, all those videos that are going around of, like, them doing their wardrobe change? I was like, they really should have thought this through.
Wait, no.
Oh,
what?
no, I haven't.
I think is it after Black Swan? They're, like, running, and, like, they're, like, taking off their shirts or whatever.
Yes, I did see that.
Oh, my God, yes. I know what you mean. When they're, like, running back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jungkook was just disrespectful, and he took off his dang shirt, like, early. He knew what he was doing. That man is a menace. I just want to say that seeing BTS again, though, like, I got reminded, slapped in the face, like, I got run over by a truck about how hot they are. Like, how damn attractive they are.
There's, like, something about them coming to, like, LA. I would like to know. What is it?
LA energy? Anytime, because, listen, this is sidebar, is not regarding BTS, but Monsta X is also in LA, and the energy that K-pop groups get, especially just any group really, when they come to the States, like, keep it going, keep it going. Yes, we enjoy it.
I saw a comment on a TikTok that was like, America is to, like, K-pop idols what Vegas is to Americans. Like, what happens here stays here.
Did you guys, like, freak out when they got on those carts and, like, they came close to you? Like,
Yeah.
Of course. Because they'd never done that at a U.S. show before. So we were like, heck, excited. The closest we got was like when Cookie was flying above the stadium for his solo performance. Like, that was the closest we got to that. So it was cool that they brought those and like kind of gave everyone a chance to like say hi and come by. I was like, oh, they're so cute.
yeah.
I like that they did that because, yeah, like, I don't think any group has ever done something like that here. But overall, yeah, it was such a good show. Like, we had so much fun. I know that Julie and Kalea, like, they did do a podcast episode regarding this and their experience, so if you guys want to check that out, like, please do so. But thank you, Kalea and Julie, Girlz With Fun, for coming on the podcast and talking about your experience and, yeah, just fangirling with us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. Always down to scream about BTS.
Yep.
That's always a good thing. And like I said, they did do a special episode, so go check that out. And any last words, any plugins that you guys want to say, go for it.
Just follow us at Girlz With Fun Pod. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, like Julie said earlier at the start of the show. If you're super into BTS, we talk about them every single week in detail, like from like ridiculous things like their business strategies to like what hair color they have at the moment. So you get a variety, you get a little buffet of BTS. So definitely come and check us out.
I'm glad you mentioned hair color. My parting comment will be red hair Yoongi supremacy.
Ooh.
Fact.
You could hear more about that on our concert episode.
Straight facts.
All right, everybody. So for this second part of our special BTS extravaganza episode, I'm going to be joined by a very special guest that's also one of my really good friends, and you won't even believe how we met. But anyways, that's for another day. That's a lie. I'll talk about it today. But we have with us Nicole. She's an influencer and moderator for ARMY on an app called Fave. If you guys have not checked it out, make sure you download download it. It's really cool. But yeah, everybody, welcome Nicole. It's the first time she's been on the podcast. I'm really excited. Woo!
Ooh, hello, everyone. Hi. Great to be here.
So since we're talking about BTS and everything, like, so I met Nicole through the Jonas Brothers in like 2007, back when I was living in Puerto Rico. So it's been a hot minute. And lo and behold, she fell into the K-pop trap. And
Of course.
we welcome her with open arms. BTS was pretty much what got you into K-pop, right?
Yeah.
So she fell into the hole, and finally, after how long since 2007? Who can do math? I don't know how many years that is.
14 years, 13, 14 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After being friends for that long, we finally met in person. I had permission today.
Insane.
That's insane.
We literally lived like so close to each other for so many years. I have no idea. Like we went to like the same shows, and like it wasn't until now that we met. It's insane.
Literally. But I'm glad that you're in this K-pop hole with us because yes, this community is wild and K-pop is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why Nicole is here is because of Fave, because I have questions and I am interested. She basically got to go to the AMAs and see BTS, and that was your first time seeing BTS, right?
Yes.
So literally, not only did she get to see BTS, like that was the first time, but she got to see them at the AMAs, which is like, I mean, not a lot of people get to go to. So, like, please honestly just tell us, like, how did this happen? Like, how is Fave involved in all of this? And how was your experience at the AMAs? Like, I've never been to an award show. That shit sounds cool. So,
Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about Fave if people don't know what the app is. So Fave is a platform and for fans to connect with other fans with similar interests in one space and also be rewarded. You can upload videos of all type of content, whether it's like fan art, memes, whatever you want, fan edits. So it's super, super fun. And then actually Fave also has a marketplace where fans can sell their fan merch as well. And also, and also, fun fact, Hive is an investor for Fave.
oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're getting fancy up in here.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm here for it.
So anyways, I went with Danny, who is a friend of mine, and she's also an influencer and moderator for Fave. So we got sent out to the American Music Awards as a reward for being supportive of the app and being awesome influencers as well. So yeah, I still can't believe it. I am so grateful for the opportunity. Like it was literally, they told me like it was a day before my birthday. So
okay, that's perfect though. They were just like, we're gonna surprise her on her birthday.
Yeah.
She don't even know what's coming.
Yeah. It was so cool. And then so this was their first time performing in after 2 years. So
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and then it's crazy because I already had bought like the tickets for to go to California for like the Permission to Dance concert. So it was like, wait, but like I'm already going in a couple of days. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, just because it's a long flight.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, yeah, because she was flying from Puerto Rico, and that's like what, like 12, 13 hours flight?
Yeah, so I was like,
damn.
Like, am I gonna make it like physically, like being able to like go back in like 3 days? So, like, I was low key a little bit scared that I was gonna make it work. I was like, please, body, don't fail me now. Like, I need to see BTS.
It's like, come on, pull through all those years.
Yes, exactly.
All those years of other shows and just eating a pepperoni and the day of show. Like, come on,
exactly.
We need that back.
Yeah. So yeah. That's how it happened.
That is awesome. So now with Fave, is it just like anybody can like go in there and get rewarded in certain ways? Like maybe not like everybody getting sent out to the AMAs, but is there other like rewards involved with this app? Like if you join and are just like an active like person in there?
So the more you upload content, the more you get points. It's still something that's like in the works, I guess, because like for next year there's a bunch of things that are coming up. So right now, like everything's still in the works and stuff, but it's gonna be super exciting for the very near future. So yeah.
So basically what you're telling me is that right now this is exclusive and everybody should jump on it right now and download it.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. But that's super cool though. Like I know that Fave popped up on like my feed and things like that, and it was because of you after I put two and two together. So thank you for that. But it's really cool to have like a platform that is just like for that specific like fandom, you know? Like I mean, I'm a multi, so I like a lot of groups. So I would probably like if there's multiple groups in there, I'll be in each one of them like chilling, you know.
Yeah.
But it's good, you know, especially I didn't even know that they had like a marketplace like for fan art and all that stuff. Like that's really nice to have everything in just one hub.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's nice. So then since, you know, you got sent out, it was your first time seeing BTS. Just tell us about that experience. Like, how was it seeing them? You know, how did you react when you saw them? Like, because were you even sitting, like, could you even see them when they were, like, sitting down? Or was it just, just when they went on stage? Oh, okay. So, yeah. So how was that, like, seeing them for the first time? And they're just kind of, like, chilling there, like, sitting down. Like,
oh, my gosh. So I was shaking the whole time. And then I think, well, the first time I saw them, I mean, I didn't really see them, but I know we went down to our seats and then I hear some screaming at some point and I was like, wait, like my fangirl instinct is telling me to like check it out because people are screaming outside. So like always. And then I was wearing like very like high boots, so I was like, I don't know if I should run, like I don't think I can do it, but I'm gonna like sprint over and see what happens.
You're just like, I'm gonna fast walk.
Yeah, I'm gonna fast walk. Let's go. And then and then I see a bunch of armies, just because I think we were like on the second floor, so like I see a bunch of armies like standing next to the window, and some of them were like leaning like on the window, which wasn't very safe, but like you know, they said when they say anything for BTS, I mean, absolutely. We mean anything for BTS, exactly. But just don't die. Yeah, exactly. So at this point the red carpet had started, but like we weren't watching it because we were obviously there like figuring everything out, so we looked down and then we can see like the red carpet. And then there were like a bunch of celebrities walking by. I couldn't really see much because I'm very tiny. And then I was a little bit in the back, but like I could see like a little bit, I guess. And then BTS were still being interviewed like at some like in some other area or whatever. It's so funny because like at some point like we realized that they had finally like arrived. And then like a friend of mine sent me a photo of Yoongi with his red hair.
Oh my God.
I know. And I was like, ooh, I just started screaming at the top of my lungs, like, Yoongi has red hair.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah. And then it's funny because, like, everyone was like, what? I'm like, you look at him. And, like, I take my phone and, like zoom in the photo and, like, show everyone, like, look. And then they start screaming the same thing, like, Yoongi has red hair. You could, like, hear, like, the layers of people, like, screaming the same thing. I think maybe, like, a couple minutes later, like, everyone started screaming because they saw them, and I tried so hard to like, oh my, because I'm so tiny, so I just like lifted my phone as hard as I could to see if I could like film something, but they went very quickly by. So I don't think I saw anything. I mean, maybe if I zoom in, like, my videos, like, really, like, I stay there.
Right, like, you can find something.
I can find something, but I mean, I'm not sure if I saw them. Like, maybe.
It was just a tree with a red wig.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's backtrack a little bit. Like, how did you even get into K-pop? Like, how was BTS, like, the thing that showed up? Like, how did that happen?
Okay, so I knew about BTS for a couple years because I remember, like, hearing about them a little bit, but since I was still very much into, like, the whole Jonas world, like, I guess, like, that was my thing, and, like, so since I came from, like, the Disney Channel, like, fandom people, I was also, so I was still very much into Miley Cyrus, and I still am, so because of her, I was watching the 2020 VMAs, yeah, and then I remember, like, on my Twitter timeline, there's so many people talking about, like, Dynamite, and I'm like, okay, like, all right, they're excited about Dynamite, and I'm like, I don't know what that is, but all right, so eventually, like, I see them perform Dynamite, and I was like, oh my God, like, hello, excuse me, I was like, this is really good, and, like, oh my God. And then I was like, wait, but who is this beautiful person wearing the navy blue suit? Hello?
Oh my God, wait, was that Tay?
Yeah, it was Tay. I was like, wait.
He's always the one.
Yeah.
He's always the one.
Yeah.
That's so funny. So Tay's the one that did it.
Yep, and still to this
Tay's the one that
day.
you were just like, what's his name? And then you fell down the stairs.
Yep. So yeah, a few days later, I found myself going through a rabbit hole, like not sleeping for days, like maybe probably 2 weeks. And I was just like nonstop watching their music videos, performances, like interviews, like everything that I could like find on YouTube. And,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
At what point, what was the point that you were just sitting there at like 4 a.m. staring at the screen in the middle of your room, like it's dark? And at what point you were just like, oh fuck, I'm screwed?
I think it was literally like after like the VMA. So like it was like I could see the sun coming through my window. It was like 6 a.m, and I'm like, oh shit. Wow, what is this?
And you're there just sitting there like, damn it, here I am once again.
It happened again.
That's the evil origin story.
Yeah.
But back to the AMAs then. How, like, after you got in and, like, you sat down and, like, all this stuff, like, when was the first time that you, like, saw them? When they, like, walked out, like, to sit down? Or, like, was it when they were performing or what?
So I think for the first like few minutes they weren't in their seats. Like I remember seeing a bunch of celebrities, which by the way, honestly, like it's very different than like seeing them in person and like on television, because like
yeah,
it just kind of hits you like they're regular people, like they're just people like just sitting on their seats. Yep. And then like, but I was like, we were all waiting for BTS to like sit down, but like they wouldn't like go to their seats, and then we realized that they were gonna perform My Universe, so like they were like in the back like getting ready for the My Universe performance.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So like when that happened, then woo, I was crying so much. I knew I was gonna cry, but like it was like a blur, and I just remember crying, and like I just lost it. I was crying. It was all a blur. Like I could see like all the flashing lights, and it was just like so overwhelming in a very good way. I was like, is this my end? Is this it? Because I was always like telling myself like, I'm not going to survive seeing them in person. Like what's going to happen to me?
God.
Yeah.
It's understandable, because the first time I ever saw BTS was 2016 KCON, and they came out to perform, and when Min Yoongi did the thing, you know, the thing when he like takes his like the earpiece off and like goes for people to yell, I almost punched a man, and I didn't even notice. It was because Kat was like filming me, so I was screaming and losing my mind. And then when we watched the video, a man was like, because I was in the aisle, so a man was walking down the stairs, and I was like shaking and moving so much that I almost just punched him, didn't even realize.
But yeah, so it was super cool, because like every time they would go to commercial, like we would all start screaming like BTS. So,
nice.
Yeah, so like the whole theater.
That's right. There was probably like hella ARMY in there too.
Yeah, it was. It's safe to say that at least like 85% of the people like in the audience were ARMY, because like everyone, like it was so loud.
Amazing.
And I know there was people from Korea.
Deserve.
Yeah, exactly.
There was people from Korea there.
Yeah, like a bunch of people traveled to see them at the awards show. Yeah, it was crazy.
So then when they were just performing, like did you like remember that? Because you said you blacked out.
Yeah, I blacked out for the most part. But like, oh my gosh, but it was so cool to see them perform, because like, I don't know, like the whole theater just felt like we were all ARMY. So like just seeing them perform and like, you know, go up there and get their awards, like it just really felt like we were all family, just like there to like cheer on our boys. And it was so like, I was very emotional the whole time. Like it was just, oh my god, like no words can explain.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun though. I love that feeling though, which I mean, like, you know, let's just swiftly moving along over here to Permission to Dance, since we're mentioning the concerts and seeing them live. So for those that don't know, like Nicole went to all 4 shows in LA for Permission to Dance stage. I went to the day 3 and 4. That's when we met up. So you went to all 4 shows after dying at the AMAs, flying back home, and then flying back to LA like a trooper. Now you're seeing them in like a concert setting. How was that first show? Because like I wanted to go to the first show, but obviously, you know, ticketing was a bloodbath. So how was seeing them that first show? They're coming out, like it's like the first show glow. They haven't been in front of ARMY like performing in a concert setting for 2 years. Like how was like seeing them? This is like technically your first time seeing them like as like a concert. Tell us about that.
I feel like I never really processed the award shows, and like I feel like to a certain extent I kind of held back a little bit my emotions because it was an award show. So I was like, I'm not gonna make a scene at an award show and like fall on a chair.
Like, I'm going to professionally fangirl at this event,
Exactly.
but at the concert, catch me while the now.
Right, exactly. So yeah. It really felt like I held so much back, and then like during that first show, like I just let it all out. Like I was in tears, I was dancing. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. And then so that day I was in I think it was some of the hundreds probably. So it was super cool to like I think for that day I may have heard some of the like the earlier sound check, because I know like I went to the stadium a couple times like earlier and stuff, so like you could hear like them practicing their songs. Like it wasn't like the official sound check, but like
just them actually doing their actual sound
right
check.
Exactly. So it was super fun to like go on Twitter and see everyone like talking about like the songs that we're gonna perform, because like I think that day you could, I don't know which song they were performing, but like I feel like every day like they changed a couple songs.
Yeah, I think for the like maybe like the middle of the show, like I blacked out for my 2 shows too at one point. I feel like definitely the last songs. They definitely changed the encore songs. Yes. But did they? Some people say they changed the set list like in the middle, like for that medley. Like I honestly can't tell you. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's like, so much at the same time.
I just remember being hype, and that's it.
Yeah,
so I can't really tell you if the songs were different.
Yeah, it was like all over the place, because I honestly like before the show I was really scared because like the lines were so terrible, and like I remember being outside like,
oh my god,
yeah, like 20 minutes before the show started. Like I was still like way in the back of the line. Yeah.
Oh, heck no.
Yeah, so I was like low-key about to have a panic attack, because like I was like, there's no way, it's literally my first show, like there's no way I'm gonna like miss out on the first songs. There was this angel that came out of nowhere. She was looking for the same entry as I was, and then she at some point she's like, stay here, I'm gonna like ask someone to see if we can go through like another line, whatever. And then she's like, I'll be back. Like, I'm not gonna leave you alone. And I'm like, okay. Like, I wasn't sure, but like she came, like she let me cut with her, and like I was able to make it to the show. Yeah, so shout out to that person.
Wherever you are.
Hope you get sound check next tour.
I hope so too.
Yes. So then I went in, and like for the first few songs, like it was so overwhelming, and then my army bomb was not working for the first few songs, and I was like, no, there's no way. So like I was like panicking because they were there, but I was also like about to cry because my army bomb wasn't working. I'm like, this is my first show, there's no way.
Yeah, no, I feel that struggle with the light stick. We had to just go take it to the dudes.
Yeah.
Be like, here, connect it. I don't know what the heck I'm doing no more. It's been 2 years since I had to connect the light stick.
Right.
I forgot.
And like the service of the stadium was so bad. Like my phone like was barely working. Yeah.
So for the first night then, that's when you had the 100 level?
And I remember I got so excited because like for the second day I had like a side view, so it was like row 1, and then like that's when I saw that they were like doing the little like hearts and stuff like going around the stadium.
Yeah.
And I was very close that day, but like I was like, wait, so that's gonna be me tomorrow. Like there is no way I'm gonna be that close. It was just all over the place. Like that first day, it was just me crying the whole day. So I would like my makeup was just like all over the place. Like I was like, it's fine.
I mean, yeah, like I feel that though, especially if you were like in the 100 levels for the first night, like seeing them again first time in a concert setting, like I would be freaking out. But I'm the type of person that like I'll be excited and maybe I'll be like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry, but I'm just too excited, so I just never cry.
Right.
Like I'm just too happy, too excited to cry. So I feel you on that. Like seeing BTS, like I don't know, just being in a concert setting, like a K-pop concert, but B also something like BTS where the connection between like ARMY and BTS is so strong, and like that, you know, like that rapport between each other and you know, and just ARMY in general. But like I remember that first night, like Cynthia and I were just like, what do we do? Like,
right.
like we didn't know how to act, dude. Like we were just like, they're right, like they're there.
Yeah.
Like, but shit, like I don't know what to do.
Right.
Their aura and power and just like being there, like, oh, I felt like home. Like
Yeah.
just being in a concert setting like that, I felt at home.
Mm-hmm. Same here. The normies were so nice. Like, I don't think I ever, like, I never met, like, one, like, quote-unquote bad army. Like, everyone was so nice and helpful.
But I'm so happy, though, that your experience seeing BTS for the first time was great because, like, they're just incredible performers. And you got to see them both in, like, a kind of chill, quote-unquote, setting at the AMAs. And
like, you can see them, like, react to, like, the other performers. So that was super, super fun. Like, they were all dancing. Like, when New Kids on the Block came on and, like, the other group, like, they were just, like, vibing so hard. And, like, it was so fun to see. Yeah, like, they were so cute.
That's the best part. Like, even at the concert, like, if you're watching them, like, on stage, you know how obviously they're, like, maybe filming and putting in the big screen whoever is, like, singing or whatever. But if you watch them, like, they do, like, little stupid things. Oh, it's great.
Yeah, I love it.
But I saw videos of them at the AMAs, like, dancing and doing the choreography.
Yeah.
With New Kids on the Block and stuff, and New Edition. So that was cute.
Yeah, it was so
They're
cute.
so adorable.
I know. For my second show, I was like,
Ooh,
yeah.
What happened on your second show?
Okay, so
this was day 2.
Day 2.
Right? Yeah, day 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was like, I didn't realize how close I was going to get to them until, like, that exact moment where, like, I saw them, like, coming towards me because, like, it was literally row 1. And then I remember, like, I had, like, a bunch of outfits planned, and I was like, I don't know, like, which day I'm gonna wear them, because, like, anyways, like, I don't have, like, 4 tickets, like, they're not even gonna see me, it's like, whatever, it's fine. But I remember that day, I was like, you know what, because I had this inner child, like, recreation, like, outfit that I was gonna do.
Okay.
I was like, you know what, like, I'm gonna do it this day, like, this like, the second show, like, why not? And then, so I don't know if you've seen, like, the photo shoot, like, from the concept photo book. So Tay has, like, the overalls, and he has, like face jewels on his, like, under his eyes, like, yeah. Yes. So I was like, I'm gonna do that. So, like, it took me a while to, like, put them on, because, like, I had never done that before. So I was like, let me wing it. Like, it'll be fine. It'll look cute. So I did that. So I had the overalls, like, the blazer, and then, like, I put, like, a flower, like his blazer thing. Yeah. And then I had the Tata headband and, like, everything. So I did pretty much everything to recreate the outfit. And then I was like, and then everyone, like, that knew me was like, oh, like, I hope he notices you, like, whatever, because, like, that's his outfit.
Oh my God, wait, is this the video that you have and he's, like, wildly
like,
wavy?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I know. So, like, that happened, and, like, that wasn't the only time that, like, because, like, I made eye contact with Jimin, Hobi, Jungkook, but it was mostly Tay. So I was like, what are the odds? Like, what?
he probably recognized and saw, like, what you were trying to do, girl. Yeah. Especially with the Tata headband.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. So
he knew.
Yeah. So because it was row 1, and then during Airplane Part 2, that, like, they did it for the second show, like, I remember, like, Jungkook was, like, in front of us, and, like, he was vibing so hard, like, he was looking at us, whatever, and I was super excited because JK is also one of my biases. I was just staring at him, whatever, and then, like, I didn't realize that Tay was, like, walking towards my area. And I was like, oh God. And that's, like, because you could see, like, my whole, like, video, like, and, like, it's just, like, it's at some point, like, I was a little bit calm because, like, JK was there for a while. And then, like, when I see Tay, like, walking towards, like, my phone was just all over the place.
All over the place? Yeah. When you're chilling and your bias just shows up to ruin your day.
Yep. So I, like, we made eye contact for at least, like, I mean, it felt like a minute, but it was definitely, like, 6 to 8 seconds. So, like, oh my God. He was, like, dancing to Airplane Part 2, and, like, he was just, like, staring at me as he danced. So he was piercing into my soul, and I was like, what is happening? So, like, the whole footage is just, like, me, like, kind of, like, trying to, like, calm down. But, like, when he started doing that, like, I stopped looking at my screen because, like, I was looking at him, and I mean, that's fine, of course. But then, yeah, so it was a couple seconds. Like, it wasn't just 1 second. And then, like, I remember I was about to pass out. Like, I was just like, this is it. This is probably it. Like,
this is the moment. This is how I go. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you.
Like, I'm out. This is the time to go.
Yep.
Oh Oh my god, yeah, no, I remember I saw that video and I was just like, what the heck?
I know.
Because we were also in like those sections for the second show that we went to for day 4. We were in section 107, but we were like row 4.
Okay.
So we were a little bit more higher up, but yeah, if you were in the like row 1, like you're literally at level with the stage. Dude, that's so cool.
I need to show you my Yoongi videos.
Yes, yes, you do.
Yes.
That's my man. He was so fine.
I know.
He just looked so good.
Yes.
I literally remember just like being taken aback, like when like the first show we were in the 200s towards the back, so we could see everything. And Cynthia and I were just like, we vibing. But the second show, when we were in that 100, I was just like, oh my God, we gonna die.
Yep.
And we did, but it was great. I love listening to these like fun stories.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was fun though. Like I feel like they were able to like incorporate different like things in each show. And I mean, hold on. You mean to tell me that for day 2, when Meg Thee Stallion showed up, you were in the 100 levels?
Dude, yes. So,
oh my God.
Here's the thing. Like, day 2 was, like, chaotic all over the place. Because, like, my phone was, like, being very messy. And, like, it kept telling me, like, my storage was full. So I was like, no.
Oh, hell no.
So, like, when I saw her, like, my phone literally, like, set iPhone storage full, and I was like, no.
Oh, hell no.
No, hell no. No.
Nope.
So, no. So, I did film a little bit, I think. I'm pretty sure I did, but, like, what? Like, I remember, like, everyone was freaking out, so I was freaking out, too, and then my phone was doing this thing, and I was just like, like, not now.
Girl, no. Like, literally, I would have died if I would have been at that show with Megan Thee Stallion. You don't even know. Like, I love her.
No.
So
Me
I
too.
would have been on the floor if I would have been there.
Yeah, so somebody had, like, started a rumor that apparently they were going to perform it. I mean, I feel like we all kind of expected that they were going to do, like, a remix. Yeah. And then My Universe as well with Coldplay, because, of course, they're in LA. They're, like, they didn't do it for the AMA, so, you know, they were probably planning to do it anyways.
Yeah, when I saw, like, the planets come out, I was like, ooh, Coldplay's coming out. But yeah, again, thank you for coming on the podcast. Thank you for talking about your experience. If you could just tell us a little bit more about Fave, where they can find it. Is it an app? Is it a website? Like, tell us more about it and how to find you on social media as well.
Sure. So Fave is a platform meant for fans to connect with other fans with similar interests in one space and be rewarded. One of our fandoms is ARMY on Fave. So I'm an influencer and moderator for ARMY. And then you can find us on iOS and Android. It's available to download it. So fellow ARMY, if you're listening and you haven't joined us yet on Fave, make sure you do. And actually stay tuned because Fave is going to have a new look and new features in 2022. So please keep an eye out for that because it's going to be super, super cool. And yeah, so if you download Fave, my username is @NicoleGR. And you can also follow Fave on Instagram and Twitter. Their username is @FaveForFans for both. And my socials are n.garciar on Instagram and @ngarciar7 on Twitter. So yeah.
Awesome. And we will have all of those links linked down below in the description of any platform that you're listening to this episode on. So you're able to just click on it and get to it. I will also link all of Nicole's information down below. So if you guys want to freak out about BTS or anything else, please feel free to contact her.
Feel
She's
free.
really cool.
Yeah. Thank you. You're cool too.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. I have so much fun.
Yes. Thank you for coming on the show. I had so much fun with this. I love having guests on here. So if anybody listening went to the PTD concerts, Permission to Dance or anything, you guys want to share your stories with us, like all of the Not Your Average Fangirls, like we are here to talk about concerts and BTS. So please hit us up and obviously talk to Nicole about everything too.
Yes, let's freak out together.
But again, Nicole, thank you so much for coming on the show. And everybody, make sure you go follow her, download Fave, and become a member. And you don't know what goodies you might be getting next year.
Yes.
But all right, well, thank you so much for listening, everybody. This is our little BTS corner, just talking about the concert. If you went to the show, please let us know. Let us know about your experience, where you sat. If you have some cool fan cams, send them our way, because yes, we love to see those. And if you are an ARMY, or if you're not and you're just wanting to dip your feet into BTS, please do. Great discography. Always remember to
Fangirl on!